Hmm. What's up, Sam? 70 70 minutes late, bro. Yeah, I know. Hold on. Um, I'm listening, guys. I'm here. Hit the like button. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. The feedback. It's going up. Y clept 87, my brother. I need to apparently verify. Uh, I need to verify with Rumble. I'm gonna see how streaming on there is gonna go. So yes, I'm late, and yes, I'm doing it, but I'm late for a good reason. I'm working on something, and YouTube age restricted my shit yesterday because I had the word fuck in my title, which is kind of an ass move. But whatever, you know. It's their platform, brother. What was I looking for? Oh yeah. Wonder if it'll be allowed. Haha, take that, coppers. You cannot hurt me. Nice, I'm verified. Did anything notable happen in the privacy security space? Google is being a bunch of fucking authoritarian cucks and making it very difficult for Graphene OS to be successful. And just in general, it's not cool. It's like, I get it. I mean, it's free and open source. Like, Google relies so much on free and open source software. Oh god, it's doing the thing. Darns it. I don't know if this is how. It's the API. Something with their API, and they're locking it down. They're making it. I'll just go to. Look, for some reason, this is a Wayland issue. Every time my PC goes to sleep mode, let's open the Tor browser, guys. We're gonna. I'll show you how. It kind of sucks too because it's something to do with their API. Graphene OS API Google Play restrictions. No, I can't spell. But I can still find stuff on the internet. That's what matters. Maybe we'll get to game. I'll switch. I'll do like, obviously YouTube's going to be my main spot, but I'll switch between like, man, I really should have gotten. It's something with play integrity. What will happen after 2025 January when safety net is shut down completely? No, that's not it. Damn, light mode. You still can't spell graphene OS. I know. I'd have to go to their OS. I think it's their Mastodon. Yeah, I can't spell period. You don't need to spell. You don't need to spell when you get yo dick sucked. Spelling's for nerds. No, that's not it. No, damn it. I think they're on Blue Sky. Come on. Light mode. Light mode bad. Where is it? There we go. Oh. No sense. So apparently in the old days, Graphene OS used recommended the Aurora Store. So at the time there was no Acroscent, no Obtanium, no Sandbox, Google Play. The security issues of DevDroid were known by at this point. Yeah. I mean, there's some. I believe the reason the Aurora Store is also bad is something to do with they use the same. Somebody could upload malicious APKs, and then everyone would be downloading them. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, here it is. That's pinned. This was a couple days ago. We're talking about text to speech. Oh yeah, this is where it starts. Yeah. The security issues were known. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like known issues. God, light mode. I need to. What, dude? Can't Tor fucking figure it out? Can't Tor figure it out how to make dark mode just default, please? I need water. Graphene OS used to ship with F-Droid between 15. That doesn't surprise me. I think F-Droid has solved some problems, but I don't know, I still use F-Trade, but I understand the issues. So OEM licensing GMS are blocked from including many features in the Graphene OS. This obviously can't provide Sandbox Google Play, but less obviously it can't provide our storage scope, contact scope. This is where it started. Google has taken similar path with the extraordinary anti-competitive play integrity API, which disallows using any hardware or OS not licensed Google Mobile Services GMS. Licensing GMS forces shipping Google apps with an invasive access and limits allows changes to the OS. Similar to iOS lockdown mode, Android 16's advanced protection features is misguided. It adds security features exclusive to it, which require using all the other features. This prevents people from using new security features if they need to. Some Android release. We still need help getting early access to Android 16 prior to the stable release in June. Every mainstream Android OEM has it. We're currently spending significant time reverse engineering Android 16 beta releases. It's a huge waste comparative of having what they need. There is no security value to enforcing using devices licensing Google mobile services. The vast majority of those devices are highly insecure, software-based attestation, device integrity. It is also highly insecure and easy for attackers to bypass. This is only hurting competition. Google Play integrity permits highly insecure devices with years of missing high critical severity security patches. They pretend any device licensing Google mobile services is secure while running the stock OS and anything else is insecure. This is a lie to lock out competition. A growing number of apps are using the Play Integrity API to enforce installation from the Play Store. This is clearly a highly illegal anti-competitive behavior. It does not impact Graphene OS users installing apps with the Sandbox Play Store, but it does impact other installation stores, meaning that you don't get choice. So this is going to make it very difficult for them to be productive. For example, built-in support for network location was a feature we wanted to integrate for years. Last year, we made it a top priority and assigned a developer to solely work on it, so it got done. This is still being worked on to add cellular fallback as a full offline support. That's insane. That's one person. That's probably not cheap. It's cool, but it's Google's antitrust is making it very difficult. And like they said, they're spending hours and hours and hours of time, probably maybe days, weeks, possibly longer to reverse engineer very important updates. We have hundreds of planned features. We've been working on some features for months or even years. We try to focus on features which would provide the most overall benefit to our users with a focus on improving privacy, security, compatibility, and usability. It's subjective. I can't look down that. In order to provide better support for blind users, they go into that. But pretty much, their Graphene OS is having a battle with Google due to their play integrity. And it's, I believe what makes it worse is the play integrity is getting extremely more difficult to install. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to install apps and get access to Google. Now there is a fear, and understandably a fear. Google lost their lawsuit, anti-compete lawsuit. This is not good. They might break them up. Here we go. If they get broken up in Android could go one of two ways. Android could get sold off to literally the worst company on the planet, and they close source it and make it impossible for any of this to happen. It's not like it's good that it's not good that it's Google. It's not good that it's Google owning it either. At the end of the day, it's not good that Google owns it. It's not good that if they sell it, because if Google sells it, and they sell it to a worse company, they sell it to a worse company, it's not the better solution. And I don't know what I would do in that end. I would probably drop. This sounds crazy, but I would go to a more slightly insecure option, and that would just be a flip phone. A flip phone that can incorporate Signal, and not a shitty port of Signal, not a behind 5,000 commits Signal, and not a $700 feature phone. If they sell it to the worst company, that could be the problem. And they could sell it. The sad thing is, I'd rather Google have it and be. Yeah, I'm going to iOS. No way. No, I wouldn't go to Apple. I would just find a decent feature phone and immediately use Signal. Find a way. Somebody's got to make a secure version of a flip phone with Signal on it. Dumb phones that's. Or I'll just use Signal. I just won't have a phone. I'll just carry around a laptop all day. I don't think any of them. I think the cat phone does, but God, that doesn't sound like a good time. And the thing is, you don't have really a choice. If Graphene OS can figure it out, somehow I'll stay with them. Yeah. If they can figure it out, if Graphene OS could figure out how to make actually their own dumb phone, their own hardware, I'd buy it. Get a price. I'll buy it. I'll support it. If they could do their own, if they did their own GoFundMe. Look, let's think about this for a second. I want you to think about this. If Graphene OS can make their own phone and make it a dumb phone, like just a regular dumb phone, how much funding did this fucking guy get? If they could figure it out, oh God. Brax 2, privacy phone. Yeah, whatever. Android 11. 4G, no 5G in here, man. 5G bad. 5G bad, guys. Why are you pulling up the Brax phones? This is the more secure phone. I would pick this. No, I was talking about if Android got sold, the worst company ever scenario. Yeah, you go to iOS. That's fine. I think Graphene OS is going to figure it out. I think they'll be fine. They're not. There's probably a concern. It was probably already known in their head that this might happen anyways. They might have foreshadowed. Who knows? Who knows? All we know is Google's not. If I would rather them get broken up, or Google forced to be less anti. I'd rather. This is the first I might consider using Lineage OS with like a OnePlus. I wouldn't do that. If Android gets sold to the worst company ever, yeah. I'm only going one of two routes. I'm going the most secure option is the Brax Me 2. No, this is what I would get. Phone for the apocalypse. Tank phone. This is what I would get. No cap. Tank 3 Pro. I'm getting this. It's got a built-in projector, man. Revius would survive, so I wouldn't have to do that. I would hope that it would get sold to the best company. A company that cares about privacy. But if it goes the wrong route, mark my words, I'm going 3 ways. One of 3 ways. I'm going. So what happened to the AOCP if they also closed source that? Like talking like Google sells it? Yeah. They could. They could sell to a company and they could change the licensing and close source it. The odds probably low. Google relies heavily on a lot of open source projects and people doing free labor for them all the time, like CAPTCHAs. That's why CAPTCHAs are dog shit. That's why I hate CAPTCHAs. And they're very invasive. There's not like a lot of good solutions out there. So it's either one of, I go to the worst company, say it gets sold to the worst company. I get this. I get the tank phone. It's got a built-in projector. You know, I can watch my porn on the wall. It's got half a terabyte of storage. So what happened? The battery's crazy. I think it's like calling. Yeah. I can listen to music for 98 hours straight. 48 hour those, fast charge, huge battery, cooling fans built in, super camera combination. Oh. It's got night vision. Woo! Android gets that'd be super funny actually. No, it'd be funnier if Amazon bought it. That would be funny. They're like, guys, look, we have it now. Android's ours. Facebook would definitely try to buy it. No question. Remember the Facebook phone? Oh, God. 100% Facebook would try to buy it. This is pure nightmare nostalgia. I forgot about this. It was called the Facebook phone. Oh, man, this was a nightmare. I remember this. No one ever, dude, I've talked to about people about this shit and no one remembers it. The HTC First, also known as the Facebook phone, was unofficially declared a disaster. From the price to, it was $99 and then they put it to 99 cents. Mozilla doesn't have money, bro. Imagine if 3/4 of their income sent right back. Right, yeah, their money management's fucking terrible. It's a joke, actually. Oh, God. I wish I could get my hands on one of these. I would love it, especially if it was stock like this. The old Instagram. Google when they were like, don't be evil. That camera was based. Camera logo. Phones had such cooler designs back then. Truly. I forgot about the Facebook phone until one day I just remembered it. Reject all. Give me an option. Yeah, 2013. Crazy. It's either I get a flip phone, I get the tank phone, GPS, L1 plus L5 dual band GPS, 4-in-1 navigation system. Woo! Outdoor camping. And it's got like a SOS flashlight. Come on, rugged design. Look, if I throw my phone at some rocks, it should do this. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna sue them. Multi-use toolkit. You want a noise test? Done. Compass? Done. Torch? Done. Camping light, which I think those are just 2 different flashlights. Done. Leveling device? Done. Android lollipop? Yeah. When Google was like, let's name it after desserts, I miss that. Warning simulators? Done. Magnifier? On it. Alarm bells? Yeah. Underwater camera for some fucking weird reason. I don't know if that's I don't know how it can be, why it's called that, but whatever. Pencils. Elevation barometer? Yeah. Why would you get a case? Oh, I was like, why would you get a case? Guys, you're missing out. You're missing out on the most indestructible phone, the most secure phone, physically, not digitally, but physically the most secure phone. And it's got a built-in projector. Why would you ever want a built-in, like, a projector in your phone? How are you going to look at funny memes while you're looking at the movie? Jelly Max? I think Jelly Bean was the smallest 5G smartphone. Truly, guys. Why is that a flex? I just joined. What's up, Billy? I'm like 71 minutes late apparently, so I only use Android Oreo on my Nexus 5. 5-inch smart. I don't know if this is the flex that they want. CPU performance, 36%. It works with all these guys that are pretty much only like 3 carriers. All day 4,000 milliamp battery. Yo, Sabrina Carpenter, guys. Android 14 OS. Latest Android 14. I highly doubt anyone's partner would stay with them if he pulled that out. If someone pulled that out, they're like, I'm leaving you. Dual SIM for your second wife because your first one left you because you pulled it out. Yeah. She's like, you don't have an iPhone? I'm out. Loser. High precision positioning. I don't know if that should be a flex or anything, to be honest, anymore. A programmable button. I would make it like open something really funny. I just want to know this multi-toolbox. Like, this is like the funniest marketing I've ever seen. Dog, remember that when phones had remote controls? I'm thinking of setting up LTO on my Gen 2, and those GIFs are shitty. What's LTO? Why would I? Of course, Tech Radar would definitely make Tech Radar. If you have a pulse, Tech Radar makes a fucking post about you. These magazines are the real cancer. But we'll be looking at some OPSEC and skit sites. Dumb phone quiz. The moving offline news. Low tech course. Why is this a course? Like, seriously, why the fuck is this a course? What do you need a coach to be here's how you be minimal. Yeah, what is this? Why is this a course? You're writing a low-tech life on a website? The 4-week course helped you with digital minimalism. We're going to build a simple system that organizes your... Like, here's how you do digital minimalism. Don't install apps. Don't fucking check your email every 5 minutes. Turn your notifications off. There. I saved you 4 weeks. Turn off your notifications. Don't be this guy. And delete apps you don't use. You are a horse. Yeah. Sometimes. Why is there 4 chapters? There's 2 chapters that aren't even... Chapter 1, week 4, chapter 2 and 3, 0 lessons. What the fuck was the point of that? Who made this? Reboot. This week we're focusing on... Like, I love the internet, so I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. There's nothing wrong with being a minimalist. I think it's great. I think it's good for your health, mental health. I think it's good to touch grass. Sometimes I will touch grass. I like it. Dumb phone quiz. We're going to take this, guys. Do you want smart apps? Wow, this is revolutionary already. Yes. Choose your preferred phone. Flip. 0 to 150. North American. I get 2 options. And they lead nowhere. There's no 3. Try again. No. Touchscreen. 150 plus. North America. The light phone 2. But this leads somewhere? I heard it as horse, not course. Oh. That's fair. I have a huge problem with these things. Really, real digital minimalism is knowing how to take a walk and use post-market OS mobile. Real digital minimalism is taking a walk and actually writing your emails via paper so you can import them to Emacs and then send them through Emacs later. Real digital minimalism is sending letters and not emails, actually. You should just send letters, like real letters to people. Postmarker S is loaded on some old fucking phone that probably had Android 6 in release. I like Postmarket OS. It's interesting. It's a nice looking. It's chill. Guys, I want you to think about this. The light phone costs you $700 for the 3. $700. I want you to think about that. You're getting less and you're paying $700. That is retarded. Like, that is the this is what people need to do. If you're watching, listen, think. So say we live in a theoretical world where you want, is it insecure? Postmarket OS or the light phone? The light phone, I don't see how it could be. It's insecure because it uses SMS. It uses SMS. That's insecure in my opinion. You have no option for signal. And it's $700 fucking dollars. I'm going to save you some time though. I'm going to save you some money. $700 for a phone and it's shit. At least it's better than Apple. That's literally the price of an iPhone, bro. You can get the light phone. Oh, the light phone? Probably. I mean, I don't know. They literally use SMS. I mean, I was more talking about the hardware and the OS. Hardware, I do not. It's made in Switzerland, I think. That doesn't really mean anything, but even Huawei, Xiaomi is probably better than that. Okay, I want you to look at iPhone 16e. I'm about to blow your mind. Price. Oops. $600. It's $100 less. Just don't install apps. You're not required to. No one forces you to install apps. If you got a digital problem where you're downloading and gooning, that's a you problem. This isn't going to solve anything. Wow, you have a fucking calendar, some notes, music, directions, alarm, phone. Here, I'm going to help you. So first thing you could do, you could go out, get a Pixel. If you care about the signal part, Pixel 8a. The 9a just looks nicer. Here. Pixel 8a price. $300. $400. Pixel 9. I'm just talking about like reducing the price as much as possible. Just don't get the Verizon version. Damn, $499? Why? Or I think the 9, maybe they did reduce the 9. Do the 9A has similar price to that? Yeah, seriously, what the fuck am I? Why? Why does it still cost that? The 9 costs 6? Okay. You can get it for 600. You can get the 9 for 600. If you want a little bit longer updates, but like, to the main point. Yeah, the 7A is the cheapest option. Just do the 9A at that point. It's 500. So let's remove the phone part. You could get this. You could do Pixel 9A price. And then calculator. Modern Pixel A45 is a, yeah. I'd rather the cheap ass no SIM card phone at Walmart. I mean, Pixels can run Graphene OS, so I will buy them, obviously. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we're just gonna go to the simplest secure option, so 500. We have $200 left. I'm not sure why the price of the AA hasn't gone down yet. Me neither. That's very strange. So we're gonna do that. You're gonna get MP3 player. Here, MP3 player. Don't go on Amazon. Fuck them. I'm just getting pricing. MP3 player. Yeah, I'm saying it. Okay, MP3 player. Some of these run fucking Android. Like, if you don't care about the security part, just get an MP3 player that runs Android. And just connect to Wi-Fi. Literally. Just connect to Wi-Fi and use install Signal. And you're good. You can't get calls. Why do these fucking MP players run Android or something? Yeah, I don't know. Some of them do. It'd be better though. Put Signal on it. It is Android. Some of these actually have Android. If it can do the Play Store, you can't get calls. Don't put anything important on here for the love of God. But there, $65. There's your phone. If it, what is it? MP3 player. Let's see. MP3 with Android. Yeah. If these support the Play Store, just get this on here, install Signal. I saved you $500 plus, or you can get the Pixel 9A. $16 Pro Max smartphone, new upgrade display to, yeah, that's a scam. Anyone who buys all 13 people that bought this are retarded and should be bullied. So here, $500. Actually, just get I don't know, just maybe the 9? No, the 9A would make more sense. So get the 9A, so you have $200 left. Get the MP3 player. $24. So we're at 500 plus $25, pretty much. Wow, that went up. That's crazy. There's your MP3. There's your music. Separate. This is like, I'm talking about just separating stuff for digital minimalism. Like, if you want to be, you don't want to be on your phone. You don't want to goon. You don't want to go on the internet. I say this would be the better option. Obviously, do not text people. Just get the Barbie flip phone. KaiOS based. Or the Cat supports Android. Even this. $54. Okay. Never mind. Part 2. We're going. It runs Android 11. Digital minimalism users still use bloated stuff, so they're not minimalist. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you want to, the argument for digital minimalism is, yes, this is fucking real. Yeah, the cat. Yeah, this is great. I've touched one of these. So we're gonna start over. We're gonna actually go cat phone $65. 54. I'm just gonna say 60. Say it's a little bit higher. And you can install Signal on it because it supports Android and the Play Store. You're gonna get a $25 MP3 player, or you can use this as an MP3 player. No going on the internet, no gooning. Scam. Android 11 doesn't even receive updates. Sure. We're not talking about security right now. We're talking about being a minimalist. Whiteclapped 87. And if Android gets sold to a worse option, at least I have an option. I could theoretically put Signal on this. Is it a good idea? No. I couldn't imagine TikTok on this. That'd be terrible. Imagine me pulling that out and being like, hey, my balls. Look, I want 11-hour phone talk time. Phone talk time? 11 hours? Mine. Please. At least it has Android 11. So, 15-hour, no, it says 15-hour calls. But it says phone talk time 11 hours. Which one is it? 10 hours of music? 5-hour video? Now I would get this. And then unlocked mini smartphone. It has 3-inch screen. SX15. Oh well. At the end of the day, we will use a GNU bloat and we will enjoy it. True. Unlocked mini smartphone. Yeah. They're still on Android 10. Yeah. I do love these fake ones. Like Ultra. I've seen one of these in real life. This Honus i25 Ultra. And I've seen it's Amazon. It's what is this? 2020? It's an Amazon listing. That's awesome. So this is what I say get. Instead of, if you haven't been listening, Sam, we're talking about why the fuck someone would ever pay $700 for this. You have to be the creators of the Light phone need to be smoking crack at this point. But back to the point. Look, this is not secure. I would not use this at all in modern right now, as long as Graphene OS is still running. But if Graphene OS fell off and I wanted it to be a true digital minimalist, I would get the Cat phone, made by Caterpillar themselves, MP3 player. So we're at right now $90. We're at $90. I would get let's think of a camera. What kind of camera? Digital camera. The Pixel 9a costs no. We're trying to maximize. We're trying to maximize this. I know what you're saying. If I do that, then I'll only have $200. I don't like any of the custom secure phones. Feds have made way too many fake sec phones. Oh, I'm aware. Dude, what type of mental gymnastics is this? Look, the Light phone costs more than that. I understand that. I'm talking about separation. Yeah, the custom secure phones are all bullshit. Graphene OS even tells people, like, the thing is, Graphene OS has strictly been upfront that if you do not want to run Graphene OS, then all you have to do is just run stock Android, and it's better than, it's just depending on what it is. The phone is not made by CAD, it's made by OEM. I figured. it's not made by them. It's got their branding. And even so, in a vacuum, Graphene OS gives you the most granular control. It's probably the only good custom ROM. It's not a custom ROM. It's their words. They are a fork of Android. They're probably the most secure option that we have in 2025 right now. But there is a lot of fake phones. I just got done recording my halfway recording through my podcast where I'm talking about this, that there is a lot of really, I mean, I would show you my tabs, but I have probably 15 tabs open of just me looking through all these custom quote unquote custom OSs or forks of Android, and they're just bad. And they lag behind really bad. So back to the mental gymnastics. I would get a 4K digital camera. I'd carry it around like it's 2005. Just enabled it on my LTO on my Gen 2. Nice. So I would just find this. No, that looks weird. This. No, that's still too much. 5K. The fuck? It's the FBI honeypot. Holy shit! It's the FBI honeypot. Yo. The opposite of not an FBI honeypot. Wait, I gotta play that meme. I love it. It's really funny. Hold on. I gotta play that meme in a minute. He is my brother. True. So I would get probably something like this, the digital camera for photography, 4K vlogging, YouTube, flip screen. It's got a flip screen. It's pink. Is it pink though? Plus 60. So I'm at $150 for don't trust, verify, prove it. He's also FBI. Yeah, that's true. So at $150, the light phone is still at $700, but you're like, oh, hey Fed, what do you, hold up, how am I going to get anywhere? Where's my, there's this thing called a fucking map. Just get it, carry around a map. But if you don't want to, you could get a Garmin GPS. They're pretty expensive. Yes, we should all appreciate Sam and his banger videos. What Android OEMs even care about security, excluding Google? None really, to be honest. Maybe Samsung, because you did point out that they're not as bad as I thought they were. And that's surprising. Look, okay, so we're at GPS. We're at the only things that you really need. And they're all very expensive. Woo! Right here. $170 plus 170. We're at $320. $320. You got your music, you got your camera, you got your GPS. I mean, what else you need? That's goated. I mean, that's about as goated as you can get. There's truly no other way you could achieve perfect digital minimalism without the cat phone. The digital Canon. Most of these OEM can produce secure phones. It's just they don't want to. Yeah, I'll bring it up. It depends on the vendor. Mall has a really good thing on just browsers from DiveOS, but his website's done, so I had to go to the Wayback Machine to find it. But here it is. This is a very good read. Very good information. It goes over Graphene OS. Why no Google Pixel 6a 5G US version? Charcoal. It's gonna eventually run out of updates. And price per performance, dollar cost performance, it would probably not be the best option. Mall got replaced by Iron Fox. Yeah, but the DiveOS He has a good. I had to go in the Wayback Machine to see like he has a really good browser comparison. I wouldn't do the Pixel 6a eventually it's going to run out of updates faster, so I would just do at this point like maybe the 8a or 7a and put Graphene OS on it. It's 150. I don't think the price point's good for the 6a. I think the 6a will get updates till 27. Pixel 6a end of life. 2025. It's got This means that the Pixel A will no longer receive Android's version update after this date. However, it will continue to receive security updates till 2027. I don't know if I would. That's like a hard sell for $150. I agree. What repo is that? Send me the link. I'm probably gonna pin this in my Discord. I'll probably pin this. I'm gonna have a section of Discord of good security and OPSEC information to go down your own rabbit hole and read and consume, and what might be the best option. But what I can tell you the best option is the light phone that costs $700. Isn't it cheaper than set up with the watch MP3 player? It is cheaper. But it's not digitally separated, man. That's the point. That's the point. And I'll look cool with the flip phone. So Sam, I have a question. You're right. We're not being rational here, Sam. I'm trying to be under $700. July 25th SI, AI spreading misinformation. It's saying it's scheduled for 2025. It's not going to receive for security system updates. Yeah, security system updates. It's until 2077. It's right here. It says it. I said it, brother. I don't think it's misleading. I think even Graphene OS. Releases. Oh, my finger. I can't remember where. So why couldn't we just use an old Android phone? We have removed everything related to Google and whatever manufacturer spying shit we have. Then we harden it manually. Wouldn't it be cheaper, better? No. You can't harden insecure hardware. It's not possible. The hardware is if the hardware it's built on is insecure, then it's not going to be secure. This is why I also use Orba somewhere else for system-wide Tor. That's not going to do anything. Hardware security is something that's always an afterthought. If you build a secure operating system and you're on an insecure chipset, then you have achieved nothing. You have to have a strong foundation. This is somewhat why Graphene OS developer teams, the development team picked up the Pixel because of how Google manufactured their hardware on a secure system in terms of like how do I explain it? They picked the Pixel because it has physically hardware security built into the system itself. There are physical hardware security improvements versus other Android vendors. Like chip security is something that's like super, I mean, that's its own rabbit hole. Like understanding how I mean, like this is an argument why we should build chips in the US, because building chips in the US would give us a strong foundation. How do we know that? You can go source it yourself. I mean, you can open up you can go spend $1,000 and open up the hardware. You can go look at chip vulnerabilities. I mean, hardware security is its own thing. It's how do you know that? That right here, technical documentation of Google's tight M2 chip. Look, you have to understand this at a fundamental level, and I'm not saying that you cannot, but you have to understand that hardware security is its own branch. That's why when people are like, I'm a cybersecurity expert or I'm a cybersecurity XYZ, well, that doesn't mean anything. Cybersecurity is a huge branch. Security is a huge branch. It's a huge fan. There's people that specialize just in hardware security. Why would you trust Google? You can go verify it. I don't have to trust Google. You don't have to install anything in the Pixel kernel to provide full verified boot implementation, the Titan M2/3 chip. Yeah. And actually, running, people always do this. They're always like, well, Google bad. We understand that. But does that mean they make insecure hardware? No, it's a bad fallacy. Also, the kernel of the Pixels is compiled with Clang CFI. Yeah, Android is also built on Linux. It's all open source. I mean, none of it's like relatively proprietary. I think there is some exceptions to the proprietary part, but the US is known to spy. Sure. Yeah, that's not what we are saying. Oh, so you're saying if it's built in the US? I think if it's built in the US, actually, no, I'm talking about if it was built in the US, it would reduce the idea of a supply chain attack, where that is a concern. That is something to be fine. That is something to actually be concerned about and fine if we start building chips in the US. Other OEMs have made it secure devices before they can. They just don't want to. Yeah, it's a cost. Security is a cost. So what is the Titan M2 chip all about? The Titan M2 chip is a dedicated security chip included in all recent Pixel smartphones. You can also find it in some other Google products like the Pixel tablet. Google designed the Titan M2 chip in-house so that it could be exercise complete control over the feature set. The chip is based on the RISC-V CPU architecture, which is open source, by the way, and it contains its own memory, RAM, and cryptographic accelerator. Google designed the Titan M2 chip to augment Android's default security measures. Also, it has some increased SE Linux policies, I believe, Android just by default. Other stuff that you can go like verify. Thanks for the info, guys. This is really good information. Yeah, a lot of FUD gets spread around because Graphene OS picked the Pixel. They're like, well, Google makes it, so what? There's tons of things that you use in life that are made probably by bad companies. That doesn't equal that they're spying on you. That doesn't equal that they're doing anything malicious. You can care about security and still be a bad company. You can still be like a really bad company and still care about security and still do like relatively the right thing. Because it's kind of like this. Here's a good example. Tor was developed and funded by the US government. Do you think that it's a terrible do you think that you're being spied on when you're using Tor all the time? No, you shouldn't. Is there security problems with Tor? Yeah. Encryption was made by the government. The government has done bad things. That doesn't mean encryption is bad or needs to be untrusted. They rely on it themselves. I mean, it is something to think about. You should go with a zero trust model and trust none of it to a certain degree. Okay, so one more question. Since an old hardware Graphene OS is removing support, does that mean it's less secure or they just don't want to do it? The reason they do that is because it costs money, time, labor, and it's resource intensive. And Google stopped shipping. Like they stopped shipping important updates for those because, again, it costs money, time, and resources. Imagine if you had to support every device. Yeah, and firmware updates. I mean, there's that too. Yeah, like you got to think. Firmware updates is another thing people don't think about. Like, when's the last time you updated your BIOS? Your BIOS firmware, your motherboard's firmware. Think about it. When's the last time you did any of that? A lot of people don't. They don't think about it. You can make very, very poor decision making when it comes to your hardware security. Like, here's a good one. Yeah. A recent study by Ziperium reveals that 92% of mobile apps use insecure cryptographic methods, exposing millions of users' companies' data at risk. You know, vulnerabilities found in chips. It's yeah, and you recently updated it, and who knows how long you've been. You know, it's all about your threat model. If you live in the middle of nowhere and you live in the middle of nowhere, no one has physical access to your laptop and blah blah blah, and you're not even on. It's not even online. Is it secure? Yeah, sure. You know, for it, it's like it's something to think about. Let's see this, guys. IT Pro, the 5 most secure phones for business. Purism, Librem 5. Holy shit. I love these sites, dude. They gotta be fucking absolute. They gotta be fucking absolute affiliate shills. Oh god, what a the first one. That's IT Pro. Do you trust IT Pro? Guys, I just want to know. I should make I like how they pick the if this is in order of what's the best and they put the Purism Librem 5 above Apple, that is actually fucking insane. Look, I don't like fucking Apple. I'm not gonna say they're insecure. I think Apple's security is relatively good, and it's got a decent track record. Minus their privacy promise and my privacy concerns with them, and it's proprietary. We're gonna find out what number 4 is, guys. Pixel 3. Apple is gay. But you can't, just because they suck doesn't mean that they don't have really good security engineers. This is the same thing with Windows. Windows has really good security engineers, and I'm a certified Windows hater. I should get a shirt that says that. I should make a shirt that says that. Certified Windows hater. And on the back, certified proprietary software hater. GNU only. That's going to be an idea for down the road. That'll be funny. Only I would wear it, though. But Pixel, no lockdown mode equivalent. Yes, it does. Yo, it's got built-in VPN, guys. Pixel, sure. I'd buy that. You'd buy the shirt. Certified Windows hater. iPhone shirt. Pixel shirt, iPhone. Bidium Tough Mobiles 2C. What the fuck is this? Silent Circle. Black phone too. Actual secure hardware below the meme purism. Yeah. Apple's got good security. We could maybe build a custom phone using a Raspberry Pi. It's been done. I wouldn't use Raspberry Pi anyways. I would use Arduino. Arduino actually has some secure not Arduino, sorry, I take it back. ESP32. What is Bidium? I don't know. This is great. Oh, this is the best. I'm glad I'm not retarded. Plus, you wouldn't want to build your own custom phone. It sounds terrible. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. This is why you don't see this is why Framework doesn't want to get in the phone market. They said it's too competitive, which it is, Yeah, ESP32 is awesome. They have cryptographically very good secure chips that that uh they deploy, that you can get your hands on, that have good, relatively good security built in. But from a security point, that would be really ideal. What? I can't remember. On ESP32? Probably. Oh, that wouldn't be really ideal. I'm pretty sure that there's probably there's good hardware security out there that could turn into a phone. The thing is we gotta see this real quick though. The Bidium Tough Mobile 2C is a rugged and secure smartphone that boasts 2 operating systems for complete data separation. One OS is the hardened version of Android 9. Jesus fuck, dude. The other is the company's secure OS. Users can switch between the two. So are you buying a Pixel, mate? Tell them how to... Oh. You know what's search up? Oh, I have a Pixel. I run Graphene OS. I've been running Graphene OS since the 6. You know what? Search up most secure browsers. So, and then we have to click on some tech website. I should have done a text website, guys. The fact that this comes up. Oh wait. But it's a hardened version of Android 9. The other company's secure OS. Users can switch between the two with the device's dual boot functionality. It also comes with a free YubiKey security key to support 2-factor authentication, which you're going to fucking need because of how terrible this is. Android 9, yeah, you read that. There is an always-on VPN and the company's mobile device management software. That's funny that they mentioned that, but the thing is, this... Isn't this the... Tunnel vision is a technique that allows attackers to bypass encryption of routing-based virtual private networks and route traffic outside the encrypted tunnel. So how's your experience? Is it good daily driver for all activities like banking? Yeah, all of it works. Some banking apps you have to remove. Firefox on Android isn't ideal. It's not ideal, of course. It's got Android itself has the sandboxing, but you can just use Ironfox. And my experience is great. I love it. Visiting the dark web. I mean, you can visit the dark web on anything. I love Firefox. They fucked up. Yeah, they fucked up. Silent Circle Black Phone 2. For those who are seeking the ultimate encryption for their phone, the Black Phone 2 from Silent Circle isn't a bad option. This device has been custom built for security with a modeled version of Android tilted titled Silent OS, in which all app permissions are editable, which you can just fucking do on Android. You can do this already. Its flagship feature is integrated in AES encryption. What in the fuck are they talking about? There's this is so dumb. I'm actually losing brain cells. Who wrote this? It should be illegal to write this. Do you guys trust this man? Rain Millman? FBI Honey. Are you aware of not just the Anam phone? Do you really need to fix that critical flaw? Yeah. There was this. There's the most cringe tech journos for real. Guys, we just need to start a blog together. We'll make millions. We'll just write really, really shitty blogs. Which phones get hacked the most? according to the antivirus company Avast. Tech, gaming, any sort of journalism is a scam. I want to have the Q MAGA phone. Oh yeah, the Freedom phone. Oh my god, I fucking love it. The Freedom phone, dude. Any retard that bought this Freedom Mobile, you would have to give suggestions like this to Freedom directly. I agree. It needs work. Absolutely should have a password with long length, but it's not all bad. It used to be a lot worse. At some point, some posted here that they could query accounts to get details. ASP has all these features. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these features already exist based in Android. The only criticism that we can give Android is the network-based firewall, like blocking internet access. They should allow the contact scope, which they should allow, and the storage scope. That should be just fucking automatic. Those should be allowed. Every vendor should automatically be in there by default. Dean Takashi and Polygon. This is still going on, guys. Wow. $500. The Freedom phone is a free speech and privacy focused phone. You can have free speech on the fucking phone. I don't know what he's cracky smoking. Anyone with a brain could tell you that that is a scam. It's not a scam. It's $500. Look, guys, Candace Owens. Do you think she uses the Freedom phone?
Okay, Instagram, I'm sorry I kind of look like a dirtbag today, but I'm super excited. It's a very, very big day. Okay, where do I even start? I guess I'll start from the beginning, which is that when Parler got taken out of the App Store, if you're like me, that is not controlled by Apple or Google. We made the switch immediately. So you're going, how do I make the switch that easily? I'm going to try to answer the first questions that came to my mind, because if you're like me and you're not like, oh, this is called the Freedom phone.
I can't watch 13 minutes of this. I mean, these guys shipped it with fucking Telegram. Wait, isn't this based on Android? Which is owned by who? I don't know if I could watch 13 minutes of this. She'd probably like copyright strike my shit anyways. Preloaded apps. It comes with Newsmax, guys. All right, guys, I gotta go. Have a good day, y'all. I'll see. Wait, before you go, I forgot to play the meme.
Have you ever been at one of those parties where you just wanted to bail?
No. Damn it.
FBI, open up!
Such a funny meme. I hope they notice that. Based on ASSP, which is Google. Yeah. Dude, I'd rather let my phone be controlled by Google than use this. You know what's funny too is it comes with True Social and Doge wallet pre-installed. Clear OS. A Freedom first operating system. But it has my favorite slop apps. Yeah, you could just fucking download these APKs yourself, bro. You don't need them preloaded. Any Android.
Okay, and how can you feel safe? How much storage? Great question. I have no idea, but I'm sure you can find out on the website Freedom.
Wow, she doesn't know how much storage, guys. I'm disappointed. Not buying now.
This country, we're at the beginning of what happens when a country becomes communist, when they try to control all the means of communication, when they control all the app
Guys,
it is.
Android is communism. That is wild. These are some
You guys right now blowing me up. Calm down. I had to like learn how to even use the free into this phone. They all fit into this phone no matter what SIM card you have. When you order the phone, your SIM card will pop into it and it works. They can't tell you what kind of phone to have. You still have to pay for their service. You're still gonna have to pay for your bill.
Dude, this is preloaded with whatever conservatives use. Clear us. It comes with preloaded bloat. All right, buddy. For real. I don't know. I'm not American. Yeah, that's fine. It's funny. It's fun to make fun of anyone. I don't care. Look, if some person on the left made their own phone and it was retarded, I would. What would come on a preloaded left-leaning phone? Also, this was from fucking this is who generally buys this. The website's still up. There's no way this guy's. I mean, unless he's just paying for the fucking domain, and I mean, it's got to be selling enough to keep this website going. Uncensored marketplace. Android is communism. Yeah, for real. I want you to think about that one. It's not it's not your operating system. It's our operating system. Look, what is this made with? Something in Wyoming, DBA, doing business as Freedom Phone, limited warranty, returns policies, private membership. Private membership, guys. Look at this fucking huge ass Clear United? Clear Soda? Wow. Crab said blue sky and Crab said blue sky. Oh, CSAM and rainbow background. True. Yeah, fuck blue sky. Use Mastodon. Blue sky's fine. There's a lot of fuss. Mastodon does have a lot of furries on there, though. And I love Mastodon. I think all social media sucks. The left would make Pride OS. True. Guys, hand me the they-them phone, please. They need to hand me the them phone. Not even CSAM and rainbow background. Actually, I think CSAM would be found in both. This sounds like a copy pasta. God, this is a lot. This is a lot. If this is their clear energy, will help users manage with their own home decentralized energy providing. Like, what is this shit? I mean, look at a copy pasta. What else? This would be what would be on a libertarian's phone? That's the real question. Nothing, because Pride OS, that was hilarious. The libertarians on their phone would be nothing. Because it doesn't work. I might be blind, guys. Also, I didn't see much furries. It's because you're a furry yourself. We should make XMR. Yeah. One libertarian phone would have like the XMR wallpaper and that's it. Nothing else. The libertarian phone? Yeah. I don't know. It would be called Libre OS, guys. The only base stock Android. The only base stock Android apps, ASAP, ASAPs, and F-Droid. They're like, guys, my freedom. It would have only GNU. GNU. I mean, it would only have GNU. GNU approved Android. Let me try to think. Let me think of other. The communist phone would just everyone would be able to use it. It'd be it'd be Red Star OS, guys. Always needs battery. Always needs to be hooked to battery. There is a GNU approved Android. Yeah, I'm aware of what it is. It's really bad. Powered by Ubuntu Mobile. Ubuntu is definitely not close to anything. Ubuntu has proprietary blobs, and it's owned by Canonical. Look, there's only 2 licenses that need to exist in the world. And here they are. MIT license. Only one that needs to exist. And then Red Star OS is legit OS. It's for North Korea. Oh, I'm aware. It's bad. To do what the fuck you want, public license is a permissive license free watch software that allows users to do whatever the fuck they want. Not legit, as in good. The commie phone's gonna need solar panels, green energy to power it. No, everyone needs to power it. It's our power. No. What earbuds do you use? I only want to use kick out GPL, LGPLP, PSC software license. Yeah, we don't need GPL, no LGPL, no Apache. We only need MIT and do whatever you want. This is the only headphones that I would ever wear is this one. They're headphones. They're by Ploopy. Oh, I don't know if I can look it up because I might be in Tor. No, I'm not. Their website sucks. Oh, here they are. Open source headphones. These are the only ones I would buy. Or if I was going to do wireless, it would be... Yeah, BSD is fine. Because it has the word BSD in it. Pine 64 Pine Buds. I have two different pairs of headphones, but I use some inexpensive. I'm just looking, guys. Why would I hate software freedom? I'm joking, guys. I'm jorking it. The Pine Buds Pro, they're pretty solid. They're open source. For $70, it's got capable of ANC wireless. It's pretty nice. Pretty steep tag, pretty steep price, but I mean, it's repairable. No, their website works. I was just on it now. Oh, their website just... maybe it's just the way, because I have dark mode on. But very cool headphones, by the way. I just want to say that. The price, and people like say the price, but $250 and it's all repairable. It's all repairable. That's in itself worth it. That's worth it in itself. I'm still going to use BDS licensing anyway. No, MIT only. Like, it's all, like, and they give you they tell you how you can pretty much source everything if you want to build it yourself. Or if you want to assemble it yourself, it's $134. Joe Biden could have done something really funny. He should have made, Joe Biden should have made, MIT license the standard. They should make it the standard. He should have made he did make Rust the programming language of the United States, which was based because Rust is based. What is that? Lego build kits for adults? Pretty much. There's this a iPod open source. I spelt it wrong, but I can't spell normal in anyways. Tanagira open source iPod. It's repairable. It's fixable. It's open source. You can, if you know C or C++, I think they encourage you to do it. It's ESP32 powered. Oh, I'm gonna get a copyright strike. The music went on too long. Working time 50% old mechanic Walkman analog. I have a basic Sony MP3 player that sounds fantastic. It cost me $75 and sounds way better than my $200 iPod 710. People like bring up, like, I hate when you do bring up open source stuff sometimes, and people are like, I can get that for like $4, like my $20 bill. It's like, yeah, man, I get it. You can get a lot of stuff cheaper, but it's open source, baby. And it's fixable. I don't want to spend $75 and then in 5 years spend another $75. I want to spend $250 and then if I need to fix it, I can fix it. For life. It's also got a built-in DAC on Ploopy. By the way, Ploopy's headphones, they got a built-in DAC. This can play FLAC, MP3, Opus, I don't know. I think to be honest, I think all of these audio file formats are fake, besides MP3. That's the only real one. its firmware is open source, which is based. It can do podcasts and audiobooks too. The DAC is real, but anything that FLAC, Opus, and Vorbis audio sounds fake. GNU after I use Alpine Linux. What? True. They're like, oh, you use Alpine? Is Alpine GNU approved? That's the real question. What email? What email is GNU approved? That's the real question. GNU approved email provider is not officially listed, but there are some recommendations. Rise up. Is there an autistic? Is this autistic email? Autistic.art. What? Anti-capitalist movement, interest in technology, in a digital rights age. We believe in the world is far from being the best world possible. React by providing a platform and tools for self-defense. All the services we provide are for free without any form of control or customization. Email. Guys, I found the perfect email provider. They're autistic. Why should I make a build on autistic email? I should be promoting this. What am I doing wrong? Why should I make a mailbox account? Because I think the struggle to defend free speech and communication cannot be delegated to politicians. That's true. Because I need to be anonymous on social media. For those who really don't know, email comment means we'd like to help you. It's not unthinkable. GNU when Ubuntu becomes Rust, but Linux instead. Yeah, nah, Rise Up is better. No, man. I crab, but they're still using glibc. True, but well, when they become Rust based, having a mailbox or service is a way for guys. Let's be real. Autism mail is crazy. No one would ever know. It'd be so funny if Ubuntu switched to Musil. Yeah, true. That'd be nice. Am I saying autistic? Yeah, okay. Previously, I saw a commenter on Rise Up saying that they read all the emails. AI have similar ideas, and I'm using them for my mails. I think it's comparable, but you should use PGP anyways. There's actually glibc implementation in Rust now called rlibc. Is this real? Can I switch to it? Since 2018, nice. Oh, okay. It's depreciated, man. Does that mean it's over? It's over? Is Crab wrong? Should we punish him for giving us false information? A bare metal library supplying functional Rust C may lower code to. This library is not intended for general use and is suppressed by the system libc if one is available in a freestanding context. However, common functionalities such as amendment, CP, etc. are not implemented. This library provides implementation. Nice base. There's actually a glibc. Oh, but Ubuntu's still going to use GCC, so they could move to Clang. Here it is. Looks depreciated, buddy. What is Clang in Rust? Clang RS. Clang is a compiler front end for LLVM that can be used with Rust. Rust uses LLVM as its core component of a toolchain, and Clang is one of the compilers that utilizes LLVM. Rust can configure to use Clang as the linker instead of GCC by specifying the C linker command argument or via the target linker cargo configuration. However, Rust still requires GCC to be installed for the linking purpose on Linux systems, as GCC is needed for the linking to lib GCC by default. Clang sys. Built in pure Rust. Nice. See, guys, this is why we have to opt for a pure Rust system. This is why we need Redux. Huh. We need Redux OS. No need for GCC if you rewrite everything in Rust. True. Guys, this is actually the future. It's a pretty interesting project. That's basically a toy microkernel OS in Rust. 100% true. The most secure operating system, guys. Building Redux. Virtual machine. There we go. You need to use the hard drive image variant QE of M. Okay, let's see. Let's build it real quick. Let's see if we can. Just delete that. The boot images for located in the build server. Try Redux using a virtual machine such as QM. VirtualBox, download the demo variant. Okay. True. Forward. Okay. It's called again. Redux. Oh, there we go. If you have more than one demo image, the demo images, it comes compressed in this. Is going to degress for all these steps. Linux, install GNOME file roller or KDE, or both can be self-flat hub. Open the Redux image. Or less. Dual nested paging. Change. Oh. You can run the image you prefer emulator. If you don't have the emulator installed, use the following command to pop OS down each. Is this image will be forced? Okay. Interesting. Ubuntu. Oh, nice. I can do 25.4. %memory safe. Freedom Phone unboxing. God, that'd be terrible. I'd be sick too. To like actually like no bootable device. I thought I got it working one time. Delete that. I'll have to go through security. I'll go through like a quick offline guide how to install this and be back. And that one later. Let's see, what's the most secure browsers? That's the PC Mag. All right, guys, you got to choose. Should we do Keeper Security, ZDNet, NordVPN, Privacy Test, or Freelance Union? No. Privacy Tools. Privacy Tools, gosh, garbage. Or Malwarebytes, actually, I think. No, I'm thinking of different people. Where should we get our let's see. Where should we get our information, guys? I can't do polls, but I'm thinking PC Mag is always on top because they're owned by one company owns like the 5 to 6 top tech reviews. Keeper Security, yeah. Wow. Do share this blog. Cybersecurity. You know it's real when this is the logos. Cloud, block, and this word. The most secure browser depends on your security preference and what you're looking for in your browser experience. But we suggest Chrome for its incognito mode. That's already a fucking L. Not even a full sentence. This was written by some retard named Ashley, edited by this person who looks fake. This is who wrote it. Ashley specializes in producing informative yet creative blogs to simplify complex cybersecurity related ideas and keep people safe online. She has been featured in The Sun, Tech Times, and Birmingham Mail. Ashley beholds a Bachelor of Arts of English Literature and Psychology. She's using a fucking... What crack is this? I'm actually lost brain cells. I'm not saying you have to have a cybersecurity degree or a background, but damn, bro. Something. Before joining Keeper Security, Ashley wrote content for various reasons, including book sustainability, multifamily housing, and mental health. Ashley's diverse writing background and love of continuous learning helped us. Wow. So this retard wrote it, this retard edited it, and this retard reviewed it. God, oh my God. When you see a faceless guy wearing a hoodie in the background, you know shit's going down. It has to be. No, this has got to be real, guys. You're telling me this is not a real person? That's definitely a real person. Look at that hairline. There's nothing about Darren. I like going to different parts of websites because I like seeing shit that's missing. Like that one blog we looked at earlier. Blogging has ruined the internet. Okay, hold on. Okay. Now back to the real. But we suggest Chrome for its incognito mode, Firefox for its anti-tracking system, and DuckDuckGo for its privacy settings. Depending on these kind of security features you need, each browser has its own strengths and weaknesses. No matter which web browser you use, you should look for several safety features that protect your private data. Incognito mode doesn't do any of that. Can we read the article? Yeah. I hope these people don't find you or watch you stream. True. What makes a browser secure? A secure browser keeps your data private from third-party sources while you're online. Most of the time, you cannot tell if your data is being exposed when you are using a browser until it's too late. Secure web browsers have advanced features that protect you against malware, phishing attacks, and other cyber threats. Although no web browsers can guarantee complete, constant privacy, many browsers offer a variety of privacy settings that allow you to manage cookies, clear browser history, and many web browsers have included anti-tracking features, which they can ignore, by the way. I hope people understand that. The do not track and a lot of the anti-track third-party, and first off, you're giving trust to these third-party plugins, and you don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they become malicious. They can be taken over. It is a problem. It is an attack surface you have to acknowledge. That's why I'm saying put less faith in browser extensions and tracking. If you make yourself unique, and these websites can reject do not track, it doesn't matter. You can do all that and still have no site isolation and no sandboxing. Correct. And your browser would still be insecure. Yeah. True. That's why I would say don't use Internet Explorer, Probably not a good idea. Different types of browsers and their security features. Here are some of the most common used web browsers and their strengths and weaknesses. Safari. As the default for all Apple devices, Safari features a strong privacy setting. Strength. Private browsing mode stops third-party trackers and pop-ups from interrupting your browser. Handoff features allow Apple users to open tabs right where they left off with another. Apple device intelligence tracking prevention blocks cross-site tracking. Limits overall tracking and relies machine learning on estimated tracking found on Apple devices. Strong fingerprint defense. Yeah, because you want to know why do not track is worse for fingerprinting too? Yeah. It doesn't do anything. They can reject they can reject it. There's also built-in canvassing. So when you have a browser, this is like advanced, and websites do it. This browser right now could have an embedded video playing in the background or embedded audio playing in the background. We can't hear it, and it could be a way to fingerprint you. It's very extreme. I don't know of any website that does it. Safari isn't bad if you are on iOS. Yeah, because everyone looks the same. Safari doesn't allow a lot of people don't customize their Safari browser. Customization is a way that people get fingerprinted because it makes you look unique. Weaknesses. Unavailable on other operating systems. No notifications for users when they land on an unencrypted website or page. iTap has faced many issues with stopping cross-site tracking. Apple has collected user browser history in the past, making Safari less credible and safe. I mean, true. I mean, you're trusting Apple at the end of the day, which I don't think I do. Google's web browser. Chrome is known for its advanced security features. Privacy Sandbox Architecture allows each tab to run in a safe environment, stopping any malware or dangerous mode code from impacting. I thought the Privacy Sandbox feature architecture is misleading. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is outdated, by the way. Chrome uses a large amount of battery power and RAM. This is super old. This isn't a thing anymore. This is like still thinking like your blood is blue. Incognito mode for real. Incognito mode does not save your browser data on your device. You can just you can just set up auto delete cookies and your data out on exit, which I do. I don't save anything. This is why I have sometimes trouble logging in. Good thing I have a password manager. And then I have bookmarks. I have a bookmark server. And I have a good password manager, so I don't fucking need to save my. It's not that hard to log into something. I don't know, man. It's not that difficult. The do not track feature tells websites they visit do not want to be tracked against your adding a signal to your browser's header to indicate this preference, which again they can ignore. Extensions can be harmful and contain malware or bugs. I mean, that's true. At least they're honest. Ads become targeted based on users' browser history, which causes privacy concerns. But if it's non-identifiable information, it doesn't matter. I mean, Microsoft Edge is pretty secure. Yeah, it just sucks. But they seem to be also talking about privacy. Yeah, it's Microsoft Edge. Developed by Microsoft as a successor of Internet Explorer, the popular web browser Microsoft Edge has a useful and modern interface. Strengths: Microsoft Defender Smart Screen protects users from malware phishing. I mean, uses incognito, deletes browser history. Nothing personal, officer. True. Real. I mean, Microsoft Edge does do good. Doesn't Firefox basically use the same amount of RAM as Chrome? Yeah. They don't. The RAM thing is not a thing anymore. It's been optimized. I think people have done tests now. Like the two Chrome tabs that it's memory. There is apparently a way you can optimize it to be even more efficient, but it's not a thing anymore. I've watched people talk about it for some reason. Weaknesses: limited choice for extensions when compared to other browsers. New features may not be available on older versions of Windows browsers. Infrequent updates raise concern about protections against malware. Misleading: Mozilla Firefox is one of the most secure browsers available. True. With continuous improvements to its security and privacy features, Mozilla's Firefox is one of the most secure web browsers available. I can't remember, but there was a Hacker News. I mean, we can literally just look at this. There's Hacker News where they talked about Firefox. When I was going down a deep rabbit hole, they were talking about Firefox's insecurity and how it's not good. And that the Tor median's insecurities. I think that's what I was reading. But I was on Hackers News when I got led to Hackers News because of it. And there was even a guy that's, I think they were talking about how it was a mistake that Tor picked Firefox as their base option for their browser. They should have picked something else. I think even Mulvad's browser does a lot of its own stripping and hardening and patching. And it's slightly better. The go to Madrinian's website. But this is great. This is DiveOS on the Wayback Machine. Browser comparison. Mul, Tor, proprietary libraries. Boo! Firefox. Fence, F-Droid. Preset isolation process, security, none of them have it. Fingerprint protection, privacy. Per site data isolation, privacy. Forced HTTPS. Let's look at what this means, guys, so people know. Firefox is nice when using ArcMFox, though, in my opinion, but the trade-off is how schizo it is. How many furry pictures did you find in the code, though? That's not how you pronounce fence droid. Yeah. That's how you pronounce it. Fence F droid. Okay. Per site isolation, process isolation, also known as site isolation, is a security feature in web browsers that enhances protection against cross-site scripting, which is still a real threat today. Attacks and speculative execution side channel attacks like Spectra and the Meltdown. This feature separates web pages from different websites into processes, making it harder for malicious sites to bypass security measures designed to prevent data theft. In Chrome, site isolation was first introduced in version 63 and became enabled by default for all desktop users in Chrome 67 and Android devices in Chrome 77 based for sites that users sign into. When site isolation is enabled, each site it is rendered to a dedicated process isolated from other sites, which creates an additional security boundary between the websites. Site isolation also can be managed by administration in managed Chrome browsers and Chrome OS devices through policies. Administrators can enable site isolation for all websites on their entire organization, preventing users from opting out. However, site isolation does come with trade-offs, particularly in terms of performance, and reduces consumption. It increases memory usage by 10 to 20%, depending on the browser uses. Displaying these trade-offs, these features significantly. Who the fuck cares? Oh no, 10 to 20% taxing? Eat my balls. Just do better, do better. Back to, so they all got content blocker, JIT state is disabled on Safari, enabled. Waterfox? Wow. Justin, I never understand JIT state. I've had it explained to me. Just in time. JIT access is a security approach that grants users, application system, and process the right level of access only when needed for as long as necessary. Once the task is complete, access is automatically revoked, reducing the risk and minimizing attack surface. Oh, okay. That was easy. JIT access is particularly suitable for controlling access control cloud resources and can be implemented in different ways, including ephemeral accounts and automated platforms. Ephemeral accounts involve in creating a one-time account to fulfill the user's access requirements, which is then disabled or deleted as the task is complete. Automated JIT platform validate, moderate, revoke access that requiring human intervention. Interesting. Okay, based. Now, okay, I understand it now. Kind of. Better than what I did 5 minutes ago. Proprietary? Cringe. Unbased. Force HTTPS. Yes. No. Safe browsing, safety. All yes. No. Then there are more schizo users. User.js. True. And then Arkenfox. Chromium-based browsers, free and open source, proprietary. Boo. Chromite, yes. Vidadium, proprietary libraries. Boo. Mulch. Boo. Bromite. So this is like a huge thing to also look at. Update, maintain security. Mall, 2 days, but it's Ironfox now. Tor browser, within a week. Something to think about. 4 years behind. Icecat, Waterfox, within a week. I mean, a week's okay. Kind of unacceptable, to be honest. Firefox, yes. Brave, yes. Maintained. Okay, Brave, pre-site data isolation, strong. Per-site process isolation, strong. Fingerprint protection, strong. Their argument to remove the strictest fingerprinting, anti-fingerprinting is kind of shit, though. Forced HTTPS, no. JIT state security, enabled. I think you can even Chromite. Yes, strong. Enhanced. What does enhanced mean? Is enhanced better than strong? Basic plus ad blocking. Strong. Content blocker. Safe browsing if GSM is maintained within a week, within a day. Vidadium. Disabled. So disabled good. Strong. Enhanced. Is strong. Okay, cool. It looks like bromite would have been a really good one, but it's now updates behind. Minus the forced HTTPS, which you should just do that by now. I mean, web view browsers, privacy browser, FOSS browser, DuckDuckGo, Lightning, Jelly. Very basic. At least there's. Aggressive enabled. These are pretty good options. Enhanced, strong, ultimate, overpowered. Sure, it's like reading an anime. An anime, guys. You guys should take notes on if you use Brave on these settings, and then Iron Fox too. But you can just use. I did test out the Phoenix thing. It's kind of cool. Okay, most secure email now. Let's see. Travel securely. Full-time digital nomad. Look at that guy. I definitely trust him. He's got a lock, and his website's called Travel Securely. I picked the wrong career path, guys. I should just be a fake. In a hurry, here's the best secure email. Proton, here's 30% it off. That's what I'm saying, man. These fucking affiliate click farmers. They probably don't even fucking use these products. They probably use Gmail. Probably has actually an iPhone and has an iPhone and uses Gmail. Who can often exchange sensitive data with other parties. I rely on secure email service for my emails. Now, I've used different email services over the years, but one thing is where I learned not all so-called secure email service providers are secure as they claim to be. For instance, some send encrypted messages, but they're not true end-to-end encrypted. Also, like, email's not secure. You can just take that. Simply the best secure email provider 2025. End-to-end encrypted that's easy to use. Hushmail, a secure email provider super verbose and professional use. Tutanota, exceptionally innovative secure email service. Based. Proton's just expensive. But I get it. I mean, it's whatever. What? Phone? When did Proton get phone support? I didn't know they had that. Plan length, 1 year, lowest plan. I mean, $4 is not bad. Start mail, end-to-end encrypted simplified. You can just not use PGP. But if you're using email for anything serious, email has saved, I hate to say it, email has saved me a lot of times. I have a lot of warranties in my email that I'm going to say email is needed. Premium also gets priority support. Yeah. I mean, $10 isn't bad. I'm okay. I'm actually okay with their pricing. No calendar? I would never use any of these calendars, though. I would just, I self-host my own calendar. Tutanota mentioned, and encrypted zero access encryption, encrypted emails to non-hush users, two-factor authentication, spam filtering. Web forms. I don't know what the fuck web forms is. They're very responsive, though. I emailed them about a problem, and they fixed it pretty quick. Money back guarantee. The fuck? Quick comparison. My Talk picks. Free plan. Only 2 of them, because they're federal honeypots. Start mail. No free tier. Not a honeypot. Money gap guaranteed. End-to-end encrypted. Yeah, fair, but for any communication that you want encrypted, email seems all around counterintuitive. Email is good for one reason only. It's decentralized. So does Tutanota. Actually, I'm going to even say this. Tutanota is more private to sign up. First off, guys, look. Super hacker, man. First off, signing up on Proton via their onion address, not fucking possible. I tried creating an account. Awful. And they accept Bitcoin. I don't know if they accept Monero. You know who does accept Monero? Well, they don't accept Monero directly. They don't have an onion link. Kind of lame. But you can use this. Nope. Tutanota also doesn't use PGP encryption. Look at this. Oh. Not this. No, it's Proxy Shop. That's what it is. I have tried, and I'm never successful. And it sucks. Proxy Store. This is awesome store. This is how I would buy it. They have an onion link. They have great support. I've used them. I just go right here to the mail. You buy a gift card. I mean, 100 euros would be like, do you know Tuna accepted crypto, to be honest, based? If so, they don't directly accept it, but you can, they tell you how to do it. They say, go to here, I go through Proxy Store. They cut this. I think they accept it this way, but the EU is trying to ban Monero. I think the EU banned Monero. Which I'm not a fan of. I don't know if it's by 2027. Use crypto regulations to target privacy coins. I'm not entirely sure about this. I'd have to really... Hey, crypto money laundering techniques? What the fuck? Fin crime. Again, this looks like an AI blog. I think it is still them accepting it indirectly. They're accepting a gift card. I mean, you can't link the gift card. You can use, these guys accept they accept well, I use Gorilla Mail with these guys. They accept Gorilla Mail. Gorilla Mail is temporary. I don't care. And then or I just use a non-addy or simple login and then delete the domain. No track record, you know? They do a good job. It's only valid for a personal subscription, not for Tuta's business offer. You can find a Tuta's tradition here. and their gift card terms here, and they are an official reseller. We plan to add Bitcoin payment method in Tude in the future. You can already tell Tude to buy gift cards with cryptocurrencies, Monero, or Bitcoin, or with cash via our proxy store. You can pay for cash. I mean, that's pretty based. To give them cards for proxy fees, follow the instructions. Nice. I mean, they want to do Bitcoin in the future. They should do Monero in the future. Be more based. And their pricing is really good. They also don't use PGP. Once they get this figured out, I'm gonna switch over to the. I'm right now in the Revolutionary. It's worth the $30 to me. I don't care about the custom domain or anything, or the extra email addresses, or that. It's the storage. They both have email import, by the way. The offline support's nice. Cache all email is nice. 2FA should be default on everything. Password protected emails. Like if you they say like, oh, if you are gonna set a password, you have to send it via special like Signal. Why don't you just do the conversation on Signal? The point is sometimes you need stuff for emails for records. Like I said, I've done a ton of my doctor at one point had accepted their accepted PGP. Like they had their email had PGP and they needed to send me something and proof and documentation of it. You can't sometimes text might not be, you can delete text. Like once I put my emails in a special setting, like a special folder that I know I'm never going to delete. You could delete emails, but I don't know. I feel like deleting text could, and it doesn't, I don't know, this doesn't sit right. And it's more organized. I'm not defending email like it's like it needs to exist or anything. I've had better experience kind of with email. Like keeping stuff that I need to do later. It's kind of nice. I also get email notifications for a lot of stuff that I would never want a text notification or in general I'd forget about. But I don't wake up in the morning and immediately check email. That's insane. A lot of imagine getting a text from like support. That sounds terrible. That sounds like a nightmare. Them having your personal number. I'd rather everyone have my email than my personal number. Personally. I mean, that's just how I view it. All right, guys. I feel like I've gooned enough, and valid point for sure. Thanks, man. I appreciate my right opinion. But I'm greened out. I've smoked enough marinara sauce in order to hit sleepy EP time mode. Once I restart my PC, guys, tomorrow I'll be able to game later today. Many hours from now. Doctor using PGP is pretty based. Yeah, for real. It was very. There was a job I signed up a long time ago that allowed me to import my PGP keys to send an email for something. They had to do like a background check, and they were like, "Hey, you import your PGP keys so we can email each other securely." I was like, "Based." And I talked about it with the coworkers, and they're like, "We don't care." Which is kind of funny. This is a great site, though, by the way, guys. KYC not me. Very nice site. They have a ClearNet set, and they have an Onion site. Onion site looks better. KYC looks a little more glowy. A little more glowish. But they've expanded and look really good. And they tell you like they're like the level of trust and everything. Check out KYC not me. Very awesome site. And digital goods. They're pretty awesome too. I like, and fuck the light phone. But I'll see you guys later.